Winnie, do you know Okwara?
I've met him, but I'd like to believe nobody really knows him.
January was defined by power moves and high stakes. From Uganda's polls to Kenya's media ethics, we saw a region shift. Here is the Steven's Sport wrap-up on everything January.
How much are you going to pay me?
I don't pay for interviews. Keep going.
I don't reveal all secrets. As much as I'm honest, I don't reveal all secrets.
We saw her on the Explainer on Citizen TV, speaking with Yvonne Okwara, addressing critical issues that could concern a student of media law and ethics or a person that has practiced media in general. So we saw how difficult it was for Winnie Odinga when Yvonne Okwara kept on persisting on issues that were private and shouldn't have been discussed in public, because from her father's death, asking her questions about what her father told her from his deathbed to how she's been coping and blah blah blah, I saw that she was going into issues that were so personal that she shouldn't have.
What can you tell us about your last conversations with Raila Odinga?
Well, Yvonne, just as you said, they were deeply personal. And I feel it would be disrespectful of me to share those personal conversations that I had in private with the public. Not every conversation we had was for public consumption.
Major focal point was the case of Okwara, where she was asked if she knew Okwara, and this was a very critical point for her. Winnie Odinga claimed she didn't know Okwara and stated that in this instance, when somebody wants to claim they know her father more than them, the family, he should either take the path to Madari or one to the DCI. And this caused internet chaos as everybody was like asking questions. Some were blaming Winnie Odinga for yapping a lot, and some were in support of her, some were supporting Okwara.
Winnie, do you know Okwara?
I've met him, but I'd like to believe nobody really knows him. When you live here and you go on Thika Road, there are two options. You either turn right as you're going to Madare, or you turn left and you're going to DCI. Because a flat-out lie that you were there at the time of my father's death and you were not, talking things that did not occur, is quite dangerous. It makes me question a lot of things.
On the cost of living, we saw a slight reprieve on the annual inflation as it eased to 4.4% in January, while the food prices, especially vegetables, remain high. Like, I'm questioning myself, how can the fuel and electricity be cheaper slightly compared to vegetables like cabbages and carrots and onions? So while some people were like arguably having themselves attached to the Winnie Odinga and Yvonne Okwara's interview, some of us were being suppressed because we were not able to buy necessary things that are basic, such as onions, carrots, and cabbages that we need on a daily, most especially in January, that life usually stiffens for literally everyone. And aside that, we saw a national career conference that was hosted by the KSCC, which was Kenya's first ever national career conference led by the Ministry of Education, that aimed to end degree rendering by aligning student placements with actual labor market, which made me question myself, because most of the graduates these days they graduate and they cannot get jobs. So they were trying to have them see how students that complete their degrees and graduate should not concentrate on things like the jobs that they actually studied for, but they should concentrate on things that can give them jobs, like maybe invent something for themselves. Because when we look at jobs, we see the old have refused to resign, in that there is no jobs for the youth now. You will look for jobs from day one till day end, and your shoes will, the soles of your shoes will literally get spoiled before you get jobs. And this has me questioning why are they holding conferences, yet they know literally it won't help the youth get jobs in the end. And elections and the economy, we saw a general election where the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni secured roughly 71.6% of the votes, and there was a nationwide internet blackout, and there was no way they could even transact money using mobile money services. And even though like things were being escalated by the opposition, we saw that their financial market was better than any financial market in the whole of East Africa, as the country climbed third place overall in Africa, outperforming other regional peers in transparency and macroeconomic environment. To the entertainment news, we saw Lenana Kariba's Bridgerton debut, as he officially confirmed he's part of the Netflix Bridgerton season 4. And having kept the secret for over a year, he appeared in the background of part 1 of the released part of the movie in January, and is expected to have more noticeable roles in the upcoming second part. So the Prince of Benga, is it Prince of Benga or Ohangla, whatever? Is Ohangla the same of Benga? I don't know, but we saw Prince Inda dominating January's charts, topping YouTube streaming numbers in Kenya, which outperformed other mainstream artists, including those in Tanzania, which is something that is so good and commendable of him. So we'll go straight to the sports news, and we'll begin with something concerning Manchester United, where we saw a massive turning point for Manchester United following the sacking of Ruben Amorim, where Michael Carrick took over as head coach and led the team to 3 huge successive wins, including a 2-0 victory over Manchester City and a dramatic 3-2 comeback against Arsenal. And we saw it being quite a window for ends, but a busy one for the Outs. On a deadline day, United confirmed several loan departures for academy players, choosing to save their budgets for a major midfield overhaul planned for the summer. Remember that discipline in our code and conduct, much like the topics discussed by Winnie Odinga and Yvonne Okwara, is what attracts success. Stay committed to your goals and your savings boxes. Consistency is the ultimate power. See you next time on the next wrap up. I think the next episode will be aired, I think if not the second, then the 3rd of March, because we will be doing wrap-ups of every month. We will not be doing like weekly episodes and all that. So see you on the next episode.